we all go through a point in our lives where we do lose a family member or two, especially during this time of COVID. A lot of people have lost people. And, you have to go through the whole process of getting funeral arrangements ready and everything like that. But this one case in North Carolina really is pretty trite. North Carolina sisters say that a stranger's body was in the mom's casket at the funeral home. Two sisters from North Carolina said that they made a startling discovery earlier this month when they found a stranger's body inside the casket that was supposed to contain their mother. There's no similarity in the person, said Janetta Archer, one of the sisters. And their size is way off. When the first person had the clothing on, she was swimming in the clothes because she was so small compared to my mother. The sisters claim that Hunter's funeral home in Ahoskie, which is about 120 miles northeast of Raleigh, failed to acknowledge the issue, that even denied that the person was someone else. Their mom's body was eventually located in the embalming room. Quote, it would have been a different situation if they had just come up front and addressed it immediately to show that yes, they did make the error. The home claimed that it reached out to the family to apologize, but the sisters said that they never received the call. So, that's one of the most horrible things that you can think about. You're going to a funeral, you have your loved one prepped up and ready, then they have an open casket. Oh, lo and behold, surprise! It's not your family member, it's somebody else.
Well, let me tell you something. I want to know why it wasn't looked at before the ceremony was started. That would be my first guess. But again, you don't know all of what was going on. But whoever the preparer was, the mortician, he's got a lot of explaining to do. Okay?
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Definitely a lot of it. I mean, that's just one of the worst things that you could think of. You're so worried about getting, as I mentioned, getting everything prepared for that day, and then you're
sure.
This
is the last thing you're thinking about. Is that you're gonna open that casket and not find who you need to see, okay? And then you look in there, and then you find who you don't find who you need to see. So yeah, somebody's gonna have a lot of explaining to do, and you still got to find out where the real person is.
Yeah, they did. They found him in the embalming room.
So how did the name tags get mixed up? Was somebody sleeping, drinking, some combination of the two?
Who knows? I don't know. Cortez, what do you make of this?
This is a mistake. They're gonna have to be really, they're gonna make it up to this family, man. I can see, because I mean,
free burial.
That's right. That's a free burial right there. Plus, I remember a couple years ago, it was one mortician, man. This cat was doing some trifling shit, man. He wasn't even refrigerating the bodies, man. He was taking them and throwing them out in the backyard.
That guy. Yeah. I think he was in Baltimore. Was he in Philly or Baltimore?
Okay. Oh no, he was in Philly.
It sounded like it was just a mistake. But I feel bad for the family, because you trying to put closure to all of this, man, and then this jumps off right here. You look in the casket, you like, that's not so and so. What is your response? What these funeral homes are going to have to start doing, when they make these people sign these contracts, they need to have a clause in their contract saying, if we fuck up, we owe you A, B, C, and D. Because I feel like a lot of these funeral homes, man, they always got the upper hand. You can't really advocate for yourself if something like this goes down, because they're gonna say is, you know what I'm saying, they could just say we apologize and they don't give you any compensation. I feel as though when you make that contract with the funeral director, you might want to unfortunately get a lawyer involved with it, man. If you know that this place is notorious for fucking up and for messing up, because we don't know the situation. We don't know what these morticians were, the stress they were underneath. We're not sure, but yeah, funerals is a one-time shop, man.
Yeah, and they jacked up this one-timer real bad. They really messed it up. I don't know, like the GPSA, could they have been having a little bit of the bubbly? Could they have just been distracted? I always thought that morticians and embalmers, they all had like assistants. You know?
They do, man, but a lot of them.
Or maybe not since COVID, you can't be up under each other like that anymore. So, in their defense, maybe they had, maybe they lost staff, maybe they had a lot of call outs. I mean, you're getting this all over the place.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's a horrible thing that happened. Condolences definitely to the family, that went through all this heartache over in the North Cackalack. But just make sure that everybody's on their P's and Q's, because it might sound funny, even though it's not, but it can happen to you. So you want to check to make sure that everything is, all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, and just shadow what they're doing to make sure that everything is right, because when that day comes around, like I said, it's a one-time thing. You want to make sure that when they go, they're in their right look, for lack of a better term.
It is a one-shot deal. You can have a birthday every day, man. You can have a birthday, whatever, but you can only have one. You can only get.
You only have one death day. One death day.
That's what I'm saying. One death day. Unless you are somebody that's in the Bible that can come back from resurrect yourself from death, which is that's a whole different story.
Yeah, that's a whole different story right there. We don't have that power. So
yeah, I mean, I feel as though you got some good morticians up in Philadelphia. They real good, man. I've been to a few of their funerals, and they really treat these people. They treat them like family, because they know it's not. They know it's a bad day because they gotta say goodbye to his loved one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the track record of these people, man, that you're reading about. I'm not sure if these cats, they've been doing it for a while, or they just started out. We're not sure the history, unfortunately, with them.
Yeah, well, hopefully we never have to worry about going and dealing with that type of a situation. So we'll just lay that to rest. Pardon the pun.